NNRG.
Okay, so really, what is it about Elvira that makes her such a ubiquitous character? Like, I mean, I knew nothing about Elvira when I was growing up, and even into adulthood, I'd still had never really heard much about the character. And then the moment I started getting into pinball in the mid-2010s, it's like there were not just one, but two pinball machines related to the character, and a third one came out just a few years following. So it's like something about the character of Elvira is withstanding the test of time extraordinarily well, and I don't really know what it is. And I am genuinely curious what it is that makes this character just withstand the test of time. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's some of you out there who know better than I do, because I've tried to look into it and I don't understand it. I want to understand it. So, anyways, with all of that said, we'd have another Elvira game. This one's Elvira the arcade game, which I believe was primarily not for the Commodore 64. So I think this is going to be like a detuned port of it from its primary systems, because I think it was like an Amiga game first. But anyways, there's a disk file here, so let's start it up. And it was only ever released for the C64 in the PAL regions, so I've got the emulator in PAL mode. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so we've got oh, this is actually the intro, not the... Okay, for a moment I thought this was going to be like the game because they had that Grim Reaper character coming out, but no, this is an intro for which group? It's hard to tell. Like, I mean, I know the flag says NEI, but I don't know what that stands for. And then there's also Gotcha at the bottom, or at least that's what it looks like to me. Or maybe it's something else, maybe that's not an A at the end. Okay, Northeast Importers. That's what I read from the title bar at the top. So that's what NEI stands for. I don't think we've seen an intro from them yet on this show, and we're almost 100 episodes deep into this. Anyways, let's move on from here. So, spacebar. Yep, usually spacebar. Wait, what? They have a second intro? Okay. I mean, I've heard of this happening where one group will take someone else's crack and then sort of re-crack it for a different region. So maybe that's what we have going on here. So now the question is, who cracked it first, then who cracked it after? Okay, so moving on from the second intro loader. Okay, now we've got the actual +2 trainers. Lives and energy. Nope, let's just go smash it. Oh, it actually made a sound effect. Okay, now I think we're actually into the game itself. So we got our language selection. Flair Software presents. What does it present? It presents Elvira, the arcade game. Copyright 91. There doesn't seem to be much else to this title screen, so do we just push the button? Pushing the button doesn't do anything. What about spacebar? No. Enter? Or actually, maybe spacebar did do something, because the music's fading out, but very slowly. And now we got some loading bars, so definitely got something going on there. Okay, so we've got a set of crystal balls and some books in the background. Flair Software presents Elvira, the arcade game. Yeah, we know, you already had a whole title screen dedicated to that. And we got 3 6-pointed stars, we got some credits. So are we actually going to start the game? Okay, there we go, I just hit spacebar and we now have a cursor. Enter the ice level, high scores. Enter the fire level. Okay, are those our only options? That seems weird that it would have this whole mouse cursor thing, yet the reality of it is that there's only 3 options. Seems a little excessive. We'll go for the fire level. Easy, medium, or hard. We'll do easy for now, because I have no idea what I'm getting myself into here. Yeah, the music fade-outs are very slow. You really gotta wait for them. And now it's finally loading again. Loading times seem to be okay here. It seems to be about 20-25 seconds each of them. But here we go, I think. Oh no, we got a image from within the crystal ball of the World of Fire, I guess? Or however it put it. I mean, all things considered, that's not terrible graphics for C64 stuff. I mean, you look at it from a distance, it looks pretty detailed. Do I have to hit a button? Oh wait, there it goes. I'm not sure if that was me hitting spacebar or hitting the joystick button, which did that. And again, from what I understand, this was like an Amiga game first. I think it was a DOS game as well, so maybe it'll show up on ADG someday. But from what I understand, the C64 version is like a lesser port of the more 16-bit version of the game. So it'll be interesting to see how well that translates over. I mean, sometimes it works out fine, sometimes not so much, but could be okay here. Says press space to start quest. Okay. Oh, and there we are. So, okay, that's interesting. It takes a moment to turn around, if you decide to turn around, and we can throw knives with the button. Up is jump. Oh, wow. That's actually a fairly decent jump we got there. Oh, okay. So the enemies seem to take a number of hits. And you really got to start attacking right away, otherwise they've got a chance to, like, yeah, get their shots into you when they're... Oh, we got treasure chests there too. Okay, so... Oh, now we got some fire to dodge. Wait, how are you supposed to dodge that? No, really, how are you supposed to dodge that? I am slightly confused by this. Do we, like, attack the fire? The funny thing is, I can hit it. So can I actually, like, destroy the fireballs? Okay, I don't think this is helping. So I guess we'll try to jump over. Yeah, there was no way I was jumping over that without getting hit. So that's weird. Also, oh, I just noticed we can duck. And we can aim low with our attacks too. I'm a little worried about that little green section of the bridge right in front of me. I got a funny feeling it's gonna, like, drop through if I try to walk on it. Or maybe that's what I want to happen? Let's see. No, I very much did not want that to happen. Okay, at least I respawned, like, right next to it. So that's nice. And I just realized if that 7 there that used to be an 8, that might be our lives counter. So you might actually get a fairly decent number of lives. Whoa. Did not mean to drop down there, but I guess that's okay. Because we got a key there. It doesn't show the key at the bottom, though. So that's kind of annoying. There might be a particular button that we have to push to be able to see our inventory, but I didn't look at the manual. And now that I just picked up another item... Oh, that was a weapon. Maybe it does more damage? It's like a coin of some kind? Oh, we got some snakes. Gotta back off and hit the snakes with the new weapon we got. Seems to work better than the other weapon. Yeah, it seems like the way to play is as soon as an enemy appears, you pretty much have to stop what you're doing, get yourself some distance, and then take them out before you can really move on. Which, I mean, that's not terrible. I would have expected a game like this to have more, what's the word I'm looking for? Would have expected there to be more speed, more alacrity, more, I don't know, this whole thing where you have to, the turning animation, like, it's nice that they're showing off that they can animate the character, but at the same time, it's slowing the game down by doing that, so... Okay, what is that thing? My weapons don't hurt it. Oh, that's a recharge. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So you recharge in, like, an electrical... an electrified field of some sort. I wouldn't have expected that, but that, again, I know nothing about the character, really, other than her ridiculous level of popularity, so... It looks like some kind of jungle cat of some kind. Firing attacks which don't seem to hit me very well. Whoops, I accidentally jumped in the... Really? It doesn't just instantly kill you, you're just allowed to, like, jump around until you ultimately die? Well, at least I keep my weapons. Ah! I landed in the yellow soup again. The thing is that you don't have a lot of edge leeway. Like, if you get too close to the edge, you are gonna fall. So you gotta be... Whoa. I'm pretty sure I hit jump that time. I mean, pretty sure. But again, it goes to show you can't get too close to these edges or you're just gonna fall through. Okay, and there's some kind of scroll over here. Okay, we finally see something show up at the bottom there. I wonder if that's like a special power that we activate with spacebar or something like that? That'd be my guess. Oh! Interesting. If I step there... Huh. So stepping there opens those things, but if I step on the other block, it closes them. Huh. Maybe I found like a secret passage or something. Okay, I can't actually go any further here, so this must be a secret area of some kind. So now I just gotta make sure I get out safely. Now I noticed the... Yeah, it was kind of acting weird with the tiles again, so I gotta... Okay, how do I get up? What? Like, maybe we have to actually jump into the... No, that doesn't do it. Did we just enter a secret room that we can't escape from? Oh no, wait a minute, there's a section right here. Okay. Was that open before? I don't feel like that was a clear path to take with the last time, but... Maybe I missed that? Oh, I got a new weapon here. Seems to be like some kind of torch or something. But then the moment I walk forward, it's going to switch back to these stars again. Yeah, these wizard-type enemies are really difficult to deal with, because they move fast and they shoot fast. You don't really have time to react to them. I guess the other thing, too, is I'm not really quite sure what I'm supposed to even be doing. Like, so far it just seems to be like a treasure hunt. Just get as much treasure as you can to get as much money as you can, and points and such. Okay, we're back to these torches again. I seem to recall we started with knives, right? And then we moved on to those diamond-type things. Now, it looks like there's stuff over there, but I don't see a way to get to it. I mean, the other thing, too, is we could just follow the arrows. I mean, the arrows are probably telling us where to go. I hope. If the arrows are lies, that's not going to be very conducive to beating the game. In fact, it looks like a lot of the enemies are appearing behind the... Wait, why is there an arrow pointing the... I followed the arrows, and now the arrows are telling me to go back the other way. And now there's one telling me to go that way. It's like, make up your mind. What way should I be going? Don't put signposts down that mean nothing. Okay, I picked up another scroll, and now I've got like a... Almost looks like I got like a medkit in my inventory now. Also, I hit another dead end, so clearly I gotta go back the way I came now. Well, I guess I'm gonna find out in a moment if this really is a medkit or not. Once I lose some more health, I'll just pop the medkit as it is and see if I get any health back. I mean, I'm assuming it's a medkit. It's a red cross on it. Which, by the way, little known fact, because the Red Cross is a trademarked organization, and they have the Red Cross as a trademarked symbol, you can't put red crosses in video games without permission, and they generally don't give permission for video game usage. So frequently, people have to come up with more alternative ways to represent their healing items. In fact, this is why Doom has green crosses on their medkits now, when before they were red. So, well, we're at this point here. Let's see if this actually is a medkit. Oh, spacebar just changes between it. Okay, so how do I use it then? Maybe the enter key? Oh, it is the enter key. Okay, so spacebar selects your scroll and enter uses it. And now I've got whatever that scroll is. I mean, I'm sure it does something, but now I'm at a loss because I followed this arrow. This upper path went to a secret area and nothing more. The lower path went to that scroll there. So this arrow is now a lie. So now I have to backtrack to figure out where to go next? The signs are useless. Okay, I don't think I've been down this way. We got another sign. Whoa, what the? Okay, thanks, sign, for telling me to go jump in the lava pool. For crying out loud. Maybe this scroll will help. What if I use this scroll? Or wait, it's the enter key. Will that let me walk on fire? Oh. That's exactly what it does. It lets me walk on fire. That was a total shot in the dark, but it seemed to be the successful way to do it, and now all of a sudden I heard like a really nasty explosive sound. So no idea what that was about, but we're probably gonna find out. Okay, what else do we have in this level here? Oh, there's some stuff up above that I missed, including another scroll. If that's a healing scroll, that'd be really nice to have. Problem is, might be a little dangerous to go for. Yeah. Okay, I got the scroll anyways. It's a lightning scroll. At least I'm assuming it's a lightning scroll. Oh, there's a healing thing right over here. Darn it, if I had just kept going, I would have healed up perfectly. Oh well, at least the game gave me like 8 lives. I don't know if that was hacked in, or if that's the way the game defaults, is having 8 lives. Or maybe it's because I chose the easy skill. I mean, it could be that the skill selection just simply changes how many lives you get. Like, I mean, I've seen that happen in games before. I wouldn't put it past this one for doing something like that. Okay, we seem to be making some progress here. So I'm going to jump across these platforms. I'm pretty sure it's basically death underneath us, so... yeah, it was basically death underneath us. So if I pick this up, am I going back to knives? Oh yeah, I'm going back to knives. Although I have to wonder, giving you 3 of them in a row, does it like power them up in some way? I mean, it doesn't seem like it. Trouble is, I've made so much progress at this point that I feel like if I push F1, F3, F5, or F7, I might like totally ruin everything. Although I just got a whole bunch of treasure items there. I'm going to try to jump this gap. Okay, that worked. I don't like the fact that you can't look up or down. The camera seems locked on your position. Given the fact that you're so low to the screen, and you do have to make descents downwards at some points, it's kind of tricky to gauge where you're going to end up without being able to look down in some manner. Actually, here's a silly question. Wasn't I down to 2 lives at some point? Or was I just am I just imagining that? Have I been at 3 lives, like, for the entire time here? I'm not entirely certain. Although I did open up that passage there. And now I have 2 arrow signs pointing at each other. The arrow signs are useless. They are totally useless. Okay, this section seems kind of difficult to navigate because you can't really jump that well when there's stuff above your head. Like, I mean, I'm trying to get through. Like, I can't jump here because there's... yeah, it's just stuff in the way. I can't exactly jump through that stuff in the ceiling either. Okay, we found another arrow pointing this way. So, how much you want to bet that particular arrow is going to be legitimate or not? Are we supposed to go this way? Are we close to the end of the level? I don't know. It seems like we're making progress. Or, wait, why does this look or no, the arrow's pointing the other way. The arrow's pointing the other way because there's nowhere more to go this way. What is with this level design? Or, hang on. It's like wizard showed up? Interesting. So we can actually exchange spells. Can I exchange to the healing spell? Need to exit back the game? Yeah, that actually worked. I exchanged to a healing spell. So let's heal up. Oh yeah, it actually gave me an extra life too. Interesting. So it's not only a heal, but an extra life on top of that. Maybe I shouldn't have dropped down like that. Oh, I have no... That was weird. I had no left or right control at all in that moment. Oh, the trader came back. I got more spell options. You know what? Let's exchange whatever I've got with with that lava walking spell again. So exit back to game. So now here's the problem, because I went down there. Okay, it worked. I seemed to be okay this time. Although, again, we're back to this point with the signs pointing at each other. Like, which way do you want me to go, game? I am just lost and confused at this point, so I think I'm just gonna call it. Because, yeah, I just seem to be getting myself slaughtered by this point. So, that was Elvira the arcade game. It seems to just sort of be a high-scoring run, just looking around, grabbing treasure. You know, this kind of reminds me of the second Pitfall game. Not the first Pitfall game, but the second Pitfall game. Because in the second Pitfall game, that's essentially what you were doing, was going around underground caverns looking for treasure. And then the idea was to bring the treasure back to a particular entity on the surface to get money for it. So it's like, that's kind of what this feels like, except we're simply going for a high score. So... Also, the controls are responsive, but the delay from the animation going on here kind of slows everything down. Like, you don't attack nearly as rapidly as you would expect to. Like, I'm going to indicate when I push the button, and watch how long it takes for Elvira to actually throw her weapon. Pushing the button now. Yeah, that's not lag. That is, like, that's not lag in terms of lag from the controls, because if I push left or right, you can see it's very responsive. But yeah, the moment you push the fire button, it takes a few frames before Elvira actually attacks. So the controls are like in this weird in-between state of being sluggish and responsive, and it's just awkward. So yeah, Elvira the arcade game, probably better on the Amiga and DOS, but as for the C64 port here, I mean, it's passable. Like, it's playable, but it's also kind of just, yeah.